you said, it may look like a rough and tumble type of fight. But what people don't realize is when Ward is on the inside, he's doing some serious work, and he's breaking you down. You know, when he's hitting you with them up close, you know, in the trenches type of punches, he's hurting you bad. You know, so he's broke down a lot of fighters like that, mentally and physically. So it'll be really interesting to see how Sergey Kovalev deals with the inside fight, because I don't think Kovalev is that comfortable on the inside. So, but at the same time, Andre Ward is going to have to worry about, you know, getting away from that right hand, which I'm sure he's been training, you know, to avoid it the whole night. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we see knockdowns in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if we see knockdowns in this fight. You know, no one really believes the fight is going to end in a knockout, but you never really know, man. When you have fighters this crafty, once again, you don't have to have all the power in the world to knock somebody out. You know, I mean, you just have to catch them with a shot that they don't really see. You feel me? So I can't wait. Yeah, but he can't. Yeah, I can't wait though, man. This reminds me of fights like, you know, like when Roy Jones fought against Bernard Hopkins the first time, when nobody, you know, a lot of boxing fans didn't really know. At least, you know, only the diehard boxing fans knew who they were. But you know, the boxing world didn't really know who they were at the time. But that was a huge fight, and that's kind of how this is. You know, the first time Andre Ward is fighting in Las Vegas, which is big, you know, and once again, if he wins this fight, you know, this definitely catapults his career. Same thing for Sergey Kovalev, you know.
This fight's on pay-per-view, yeah?
Yeah, the fight is on pay-per-view, man. It's on pay-per-view.
Yeah, that'll be real interesting. That'll be real interesting because HBO turned down Manny Pacquiao to take this fight.
And but you know what? E, I don't feel there's that much pressure on, you know, Ward and Kovalev to generate big numbers, because this is their first time on pay-per-view. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I think the fight should have been on HBO, just like the Crawford versus Postal fight. You know, I think it should have been on regular HBO, but you got to start somewhere, I guess, when it comes to pay-per-view. So I tell you right now, if they do, me personally, I feel with this being their first pay-per-view fight, and neither one of them are stars at all, if this fight even does 300,000, I think that would be a huge success for their first pay-per-view. I mean, what do you think? What do you think the numbers might be?
If they literally match Manny Pacquiao's number, that shows you that both of these guys have a following combined. And you know, Andre Ward, he gold medalist. You know, he's known huge in California, right? Oakland. That's where he's a big draw. And Sergey Kovalev, you know, he's I don't know if he's from Russia, so he's made his name knocking Americans out, basically. So and he's got a lot of hype behind him. You know, HBO has been, you know, plugging his fights. It doesn't matter who they were against, he's been plugging their fights, and I'm sure a lot of people see Kovalev coming up and had built him up to be the guy that takes out Andre Ward for sure. A lot of people picking Kovalev. A lot of people are on both sides of the fence here, and I think this is going to be it's going to be like an ultra chess match, and I think the Bernard Hopkins fight is so interesting because Hopkins is the master on the inside. And
you know what?
Super crafty.
Go ahead.
And Kovalev was able to deal with Hopkins, but he did hurt him early, right? So and I was just gonna say that if Andre Ward can obviously Andre Ward, he's almost like a younger version of Hopkins, younger, just as intelligent, and he's sort of taken bits and pieces of his style and incorporated it into. He really reminds me of the Hopkins that fought Felix Trinidad. That's what Andre Ward reminds me. And there's not too many guys that can compare to that skill level. And you know what? I at this stage I just like Andre Ward in the fight. I think he wins the decision. And I think he knows how to win rounds, and he knows how to score clear points. And Kovalev
Yeah.
needs to be on his A game. He needs to be on his absolute
Yeah, and I'll say this,
A-game
we got some calls
to really, and he needs
lined
to
up
hurt
right
on
now.
the
We're going to take
He's
another
gotta
call in a
freaking
minute, but
sell
before I
out
take the next call,
and
what I do
just
want
try
to say in
and
response,
befuddle him, try and frustrate him, and it's going to be a total chess match. This has a lot on the line. Just all the makings of a great fight right here.